That is the jar of names. Every Monday we do the same. Right, let's pick out a name. Let's go for this one. It doesn't seem to be going down, this jar of names. Anyway, this video is for everyone, including but not excluded to Bindar Dundat. Because I Dundat. Right, okay. So where do we start? A cup of tea. Where is it? Where is my cup of tea? There it is. I found it. It was over there. I got it. Let's have a look. Oh, I need that. Right. Welcome to a cup of tea and a podcast. That is the cup of tea. This is the podcast. Right. And welcome to June. We cast off the shackles of May. We go into June with a heavy heart. Sort of. As always, if you want to skip ahead into parts of this podcast, if you don't want to watch it all, you can skip to Oreo in Space update, sorry. You can skip to the new Let's Play topic. And you can skip to Book Club this week, you can skip to this week's question, you can skip to this week's goal of the week, and you can also skip to this week's comment as well. Right, let's start off. We've got this week. Okay, if I can't see my pop filters in the way. Yeah, what we've got last week and what we have this week. Okay, so last week we had a Cup of Tea podcast episode 43, 25th of the 5th, 2015, Harvest Moon Back to Nature episode 25, Summoning Maurice, Oddworld New and Tasty episode 11, An Odd Kind of Freedom, the last one of Oddworld, Harvest Moon Back to Nature episode 26, 40k Romance Chicken Turkey, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood Episode 1, Vittoria Agli Assassini, Harvest Moon Back to Nature Episode 27, Gunpowder, Treason and Plot, Try Something Random, Episode 5, Audio in Space, which is unfortunately late, which we'll talk more about later. And then this week today we have a Cup of Tea Podcast Episode 44, 1st of the 6th, 2015. Right, and also earlier today you probably saw Audio in Space as well, because that was late, which we'll talk about later. So I don't know if I'm going to do this tonight. I might just do this next one tomorrow, because I feel like I don't want to sort of burden your subscription boxes with it also. Tomorrow will be Harvest Moon Back to Nature episode 28, I Am Bat Chick. And also tomorrow will be Assassin's Creed Brotherhood episode 2, Goodnight Il Carnifice. I think that's how you say it. It's one of those... You wait until you see the title. It's crazy how he's trying to pronounce that one. And then Wednesday we have Harvest Moon Back to Nature episode 29, Strong Seedling. Thursday is Assassin's Creed Brotherhood episode 3, Wolves and Shadows. Which I quite like the name of that because it's about what actually happens in the actual episode, which I think is good. And it's short. Harvest Moon Back to Nature, episode 30, I Knight the Sirloin, which is out on Friday. And also last week we had a video called No Video because obviously, like I said, Oreo was late, but that was that. Right, okay, what is after that? It is time for the pictures. This week's pictures, I haven't taken some of them yet, but we have an ancient crisp packet, which I found sort of when we went walking out somewhere. It was a very ancient sort of crisp packet from like whenever it was, a long time ago. There's also like Nettle Hill, because like nettles on a hill. Reed Waters, lovely little fishing point. We've also got the Oreo in Space picture. We have the Frog King's Tower. We have Gnop 4T, Space Butterfly Cave paintings, and Cookie Jar 2000. Right, which are from obviously Oreo video. Okay, so that's that done. Is it on to update now? I believe it is so. It is right. So unfortunately, Oreo in Space was late. It was supposed to be out on Saturday. I couldn't do it Saturday, so I had to do it Sunday instead, and then I got it all done, but it was like 11 o'clock. No, it wasn't. It was really late. Can't remember what the time was, but it was really late, and I obviously couldn't do it, unfortunately, yet. Get it edited done. All it was recorded, but I couldn't edit it. I managed to do the first little part, which you probably saw in the no video, and sadly, obviously, it was Sunday as well, so Game of Thrones might have been on, so I might have watched that, and oh, did you see it? Oh, it was amazing. But yeah, I may have watched that as well. So you blame HBO and Game of Thrones and everything else, but yeah. And then obviously I didn't get it done, so hopefully it'll be out the same day you're watching this. Well, it should be already be out already because I'll put it out after this. So what I'm going to do is I thought I'll record this earlier because I can't do this late at night, obviously, but I can do it now-ish. Still a bit late, but I can do it now. And then I'll edit it all later tonight because that's when I seem to get more energy. So that's when I'll be able to sort of focus and get it done and get that out and then get this one out and then get the rest of it out. And yes, because we are actually I'm a bit bogged under at the moment. Hopefully I'll be able to catch up tomorrow and get everything sorted out. Like I need to do some things with the games. Like I need to sort of do my practice run for Harvest Moon. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, I would have liked to have got some money, like sat around in the city and wait for the money to come in and get that done. I also need to do the pointing episode for this week, which I didn't mention. Yeah, this week, and there should be a pointing episode as well, which I didn't do because I haven't edited yet, but I need to also record the database entries for that, and then edit all that together, so I haven't done that yet. And then obviously what else do I need to do? That is about it. Yes, after I've edited everything as well, which that is obviously a given, but yeah, so it's a bit of a rushed week. Hopefully I'll be able to get it all done before I record tomorrow. because that's my goal. But we'll see. We'll see how that works out. But yeah, a bit behind. Hopefully we'll catch up soon. All right, what is the next? I think it's a topic, isn't it? It is the topic. Right, so the new Let's Play Assassin's Creed Brotherhood has started in full swing, as in one episode. That counts as a full swing. Yes, obviously, usually a new Let's Play brings out all the new faces, but this week it didn't actually. It only brought out a few people that haven't been commenting in a while, which is good because you can sort of see what people like to watch. Like, for example, That Horse 2, I think, is Eli Gannon and Nick Pro, I believe. Yes, it was Nick Pro. They seem to like Assassin's Creed, whereas someone like Horia doesn't. He likes the other things, which is interesting. I like to see what people like. But yes, I'm glad some people like Assassin's Creed. I'm happy about that. At least someone does. I know some people say it's a bit repetitive nowadays, but I like it. I love it. So that's fine. But yes, the reason I'm talking about this, though, is because I need to bring this up on the computer, actually. Someone left a comment. I believe it was Eli Gannon. I believe that's not it. That's the one. Here we go. Yes, Eli Gannon has a question. Oh, not a question. He has something he wants to say. He says, also, a way you could incorporate your subs is to allow them to choose your weapons. As if there are two knives that are as good as each other, you subs should choose which one you use. Oh, I didn't read that last bit, actually. I only read the first part. Yes, I do like this idea, actually. I'd mentioned when I was playing the Assassin's Creed game, I didn't know how to incorporate subscribers. I wasn't going to incorporate because I didn't think there was anything to do, but you actually have a very good idea, Eli Gannon. And I believe it was Nick Pro that agreed with you. And yes, I actually do. However, I didn't actually know what you meant. I didn't know if you meant let you choose like any weapon, like even if it's a worse one, or if it's if you want me to, or if it's more if you want me to which one you want me to use, is whether it's a if it's a dagger or if it's a sword, because sometimes you don't use the dagger because you use the sword. So I didn't know which one you meant, if it was dagger or sword, or if it was which was sword/dagger. So I didn't know which one you meant, but we'll talk more about that later as well. But yes, I didn't read that last part, so it sounds like you mean, I think if we do it your way, the way you just said, that won't happen very often. So I think what we'll do is we'll go later on to this video where we will find out exactly what I have in store for that. But what else we got? Book club. Oh, book club. Book club's good. Book club's good. Oh, it's a big book club. Book club is good. Book club is good. Book club is good. Right, so George R.R. Martin's A Storm of Swords, Book 2, Part 2, Blood and Gold. Been finished. Absolutely done, which was good because payday was the other day, which means I could buy some new books. I did buy some books. Maybe come to, how much did it come to? £34. I bought quite a lot of books and some other things as well. No, just books. It was roughly going to be about, I think it was probably about £30 for the books. I got a new release. Books only literally just come out because it's in tied with The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. It is the next Witcher book. It is, oh god, Andrzej Sapkowski, Sword of Destiny. It is the next book in the Witcher series. It is technically the second one. It's like the prequel stuff of the collection of short stories, which were... It's really complicated, these, because obviously they were Polish first, they were translated, but when they got translated into English, the original book, The Witcher, which is what it was called, they didn't release that one. They released it in two books instead. One called The Last Wish, which I've already read, and this one, The Sword of Destiny. So this is like a prequel book to the Witcher series games, and then obviously you got the other ones, which are some Blood of Elves, and some other stuff as well, which I can't quite see. Baptism of Fire, and something else, which I can't see. It's too far away. Oh, there we go. Time of Concept is what it's called. But yeah, I've got that. That's what I'm going to read next, the Witcher book, because I sort of started. I read like the first few pages. What else did I get? Play around to the bookshelf. I pulled it off. Right, okay, so we also have Sharp's Fortress. This is third book in the Sharp series in chronological order. It's obviously still in India. It's set in 1803, and it's about obviously the war in India. And it's weird, because on the front of the cover it says... in which Ensign Richard Sharp wishes he had stayed a sergeant after he is put in terrible danger by Sergeant Obadiah Hakeswill at the impregnable Gawalhar's Ravine. Yes, which is interesting, because after the events of the second one, which was Triumph it was, something happens, so it's quite weird how they say one of the characters on there, it's quite weird. But I'm looking forward to that one. Then we've also got another one in a new series I'm reading. I wanted to read Philippa Gregory for a while, because I watched The White Queen, it was on the TV. So I got the books as well. I think the first one is called The Lady of the Rivers, which I've got what I've got. And not too bad. I'll have a look at that. It's quite ironic, because I saw someone reading it at work. Well, the last one, but it's quite ironic when I got that. Also, another thing about The Witcher, the book I've got, The Sword of Destiny, I don't like how big it is. Like, if I compare the two books, The Last Wish is very small, The Sword of Destiny is quite big. Very big, actually. It's like a hardcover, but it's obviously paperback, but I don't like it. I like the pocket size. The last one. Come here, you. Right, is an Assassin's Creed hardback comic. It is not officially canon. I think maybe the second one is, but this one's not officially canon. It's basically the first game, but they're sort of redone in different ways. Like, some of the story elements are different to actually how it happened. So it's not canon, which is sad. But, for example, there's a picture here where it looks like Desmond is like a scientific experiment. Well, obviously we know he's not, but that's just how it looks like. It looks interesting, yes. It was originally a French comic, which works out like that, but... Yes, it looks interesting. I'll give that a read and see what it's like. I like the first one. Obviously, doesn't look too good. So like the same as the first game. But the second one is about another character we haven't seen in the actual franchise, and it goes off into other characters as well. And you get to see like Egypt. And I suppose I'm getting this because I get to see what some of the places would look like if they did it in the games. But we shall find out. I shall let you know. I don't know when I read that. Might read that one in conjunction to a book. But I think that's it. That's all the books I've got. Yes. But a review of Storm of Swords Part 2, it was very good. It's weird, because whenever I think about the book now, I just think about the last episode of Game of Thrones, which was fantastic. Right, anyway, shall we get on with this? What time are we on? Wow, 11 minutes. I thought it was going to be quick today. This bit should be quick, though, because we ain't got much to do now. Right, so this is the community segment. This is all the community stuff. First off, we've got Mention Monday. These are the people that commented on last week's videos. If you want to be in Mention Monday or in the jar of names at the beginning of the episode, please place a comment on the last week's video. So, from today onwards until the Sunday. Right, but we have Horia, That Horse 2, Nick Pro, 40k Warrior Man, Eli Gannon, and Gliv Glove. Right, and thank you for subscribing, for commenting. Right, after that we have the Q&A, which there is none, so we're skipping past. Moving on. Subscribers, we have still stayed the same. We went down to 1,038 again, but we've gone back up to 1,040 because we have 2 subscribers. So welcome to the community. They are Marco Jimenez and Nate Bird, who seems to like Overlord. So thank you all both for joining the community, and hopefully you will enjoy it. Speaking of tea, I want a cup of tea because I need one. Thank you, cup of tea. You're welcome, JD. Right, what's next? Subscribers, we've just done that one. Question. Right, last week's question was to, I think, actually I can't remember. Maybe it was 2. Maybe it was 2, I forgot. Oh, yes, someone wanted some cows. We had no comments on the last podcast, so there's no things being shown today. And I asked about people, about what you think about community. No one answered, so there's no pictures on the screen. But there was also that other video as well, which I said about... what was it called? Community question, I think it was called, where I asked about people to say stuff about something I'm making. So I just want to say thank you to everyone that sort of added a comment or your memories to that video, because that's going to be the next video, and hopefully it'll all work out very well. Especially 40k Warrior Man, I did see your very lengthy comment about all the things that you liked about some of the displays we've done, so thank you very much. That was really helpful. I will use that, and you shall all be placed within this thing that I am making. Right, okay, but that's that done. This week's question is about the comment, Glove, That Horse 2. Was it That Horse 2? No, it was not. It was Eli Gannon. I apologise. Eli Gannon said earlier. I said about the weapons, whether you wanted, you could choose the weapons. I think I'll come down with a cold. Those feel a bit bugged up. Right, so the question is, going off of what Eli Gannon said, in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, you will get to choose the weapons, but how would you like it to work? Would you like to choose whether I use a blade, a dagger, or a sword? So let's say, for example, when I'm fighting that week, I use just the dagger just to kill people, or next week I use the sword or whatever. Or would you like to choose whatever weapon? Like, say, for example, there's a sword of destruction and a sword of light. You get to choose which sword I use. That obviously would mean you could choose a really bad weapon, so that I'll be really stuck. But then I feel like if that happened, I feel like people would not know that we do this, and they'll be like, oh, why are you using such a stupid sword? But yeah, it's one of those ways. You can either choose whether I use a dagger or a sword, or whatever weapon you want me to use. Any type of specific weapon, like what sword, what dagger. So it's up to you which one you want me to choose. I feel like the first one is better there from what I've said out loud. Like, choose to use a dagger or a sword, so that way we get to use swords and daggers. But yeah, let me know which one you want to choose, and obviously, if you have any other suggestions about that, let me know. But yeah, that is this week's question. Something to do with that, if that makes any sense at all. what else we got? This week's question, no, this week's comment. I wrote this week's question on my page. It's not that, it's this week's question, this week's comment. Anyway, this week's comment goes to Nick Pro, who says, in the timestamp, can you see Greece? I can. On the right, and there's a little place called... Oh god, here we go, let's do this. So it is Halkidiki. So it's Halkidiki. Halkidiki. No, Halkidiki. Halkidiki. Is it Halkidiki or Halkid? No, it's Halkidiki. Halkidiki. With 3 legs. That's where I live. Oh, wow. Yes, and there's a picture as well. Here is a link. You can see where I'm pointing to. Yes, so I'm choosing this comment because in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood it was from. When we look at the map, you can see Greece to that side, which is the left. If I'm looking at it, yes, it is left. Yeah. You can see Greece. Is it left or is it right? Left. Left is Spain, so it's right. I actually have no idea. It must be right. Oh, we'll have to look at that picture in a minute, I think. Yes, but he's basically saying, this is why I've chosen this, because Nick Pro is pretty much saying that in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, he literally said, pretty much, between the lines, I can see my house from here. That is why I've chosen that, because it is pretty much saying, I can see my house from here. Which, is quite funny, because he didn't actually say that, but that's what it sounds like. But yeah, that's why that is this week's comment. And obviously, next week's comment, we'll have another one. Right, okay, birthdays, no birthdays. If you want to have a birthday, you better tell me when you want your birthday, otherwise you won't get one. Yes, Grinch is here. And that is it done. Right, this week done. Last week's goals, what were they? I think they were to continue playing Skyrim, which that failed completely, and to finish Let's Play Loot, that thing with the Prince of Persia. And what was the other one? I think it might have been uploaded things by a certain time. Ha! Right, yes. So first one. Play Skyrim. That unfortunately didn't happen because I've been really busy with that Oreo video, like making all the cardboard boxes and stuff. So that didn't happen. Then I have to obviously edit tonight, so I can't play it tonight. So yes, it didn't really happen very much. It's more because of what happened than not actually bothering to play it. So technically it doesn't really count. Like there were loads of times where I wanted to play it. Like the big thing at the moment is I'm watching a Witcher 3 play from Jesse Cox, and I really want to play Witcher 3 because obviously I read the books and I love it and I want to play it. But I have my Skyrim rule. So whenever I sort of see that, which I usually get to see it every day, I obviously want to go and play it. So Skyrim, but obviously I couldn't this week because I was busy, but yes. So it's not really that. So I think that goal is a bit, it's not too bad. The other one was to finish the Let's Play loot of Prince of Persia. I did that. That's all done. That was quite easy. And I'm sort of halfway into doing the Assassin's Creed 2 stuff. So I'm catching up with that quickly. Although now it's the first, so I do need to start planning quarter 3. Which I did start, actually. I'm starting to get some ideas. If you've got any ideas for, what's it called, quarter 2 stuff, like quarter 3 videos, like the try some videos and stuff at the weekend, let me know what if you got any ideas. I've got obviously a list of things that people have said, so I might have to look at that in a second just to find out. But yeah, I'll probably start planning that, so that'll probably be next week's goal. And the other one was to upload things by a certain date. Yeah, that worked. So no, that'll be ignoring one. So this week's goals, what are they going to be? First one is to catch up, get unbogged down with all this stuff, like that cardboard boxes that are in my room, get rid of, because I can't put them anywhere else. I have to get rid of them in the boxes and stuff. So do that, and sort of obviously catch up with all the videos and get them out on time. Well, not out on time, but get them out, like Oreo and stuff, so I haven't done that yet, which you'll hopefully be seen by this time. Get them done, and then there's something else I wanted to do as well. What was it? Oh yes, play the games for tomorrow, so I know what I'm going to have to do. So do that, so basically get unstuck from where I am at the moment. What else can we do? Let's see. Let's start to plan quarter 3. If we get that sort of plan, this is like the sort of time where I should plan it. It's not like late. I usually try to plan it the month before it starts. So I'll try and get all that all planned out so that we won't be behind. Then we'll be on time. So I'll do that, and then after that, obviously go back to Let's Play Loop. But we're finished with quarter 3. We'll do quarter 3 first. So start quarter 3. Hopefully, I'll be able to do play Skyrim. That should happen this week. And what else? Should we pick one more? I'm not going to do upload by a certain time yet. I won't do that until I'm truly ready. Can we think of anything else? I would like to tidy my room if I get the chance, but I don't think that's going to happen. No, I think we'll just go for those ones. That's 3. No, we'll go with them 3 then. Get unstuck from where I am now, play Skyrim, and to the other one, which was to start planning Q3. Yes, that are this week's goals. Right, hints. Last week's hint was the final frontier, which is, of course, space. So that's what the video was, Oreo in space. Now, next week's video, I've mentioned it already. That video I posted ages ago asking about memories. This weekend, we're going to actually do something with those memories. That is this week's goal. So if you have any ideas, you can tell me below. Right, is that it? It is. Right, what is this video length? 20 minutes. Wow, I thought it was going to be so short. I suppose book club was big, though. And I do feel like I want to talk a lot, so that's why. Anyway, I will finish my cup of tea now. There we are. Right. Okay, then. I've got a load of stuff to go and do, so I shall go do it. So until the next time we meet, I shall say goodbye. And what film? But the laughter pried from old Billy Bones' cold dead fingers before I...